Now, there are just three groups of people in this world. Those that use KeepTradeCut, those that don't know it exists, and those that roll their eyes every single time it is mentioned. I just happen to be in the first group. And today I want to use it to expose undervalued players in the Dynasty market. So get your eye rolls ready. Let's jump right in. What is up, folks? We are back once again. I am, of course, Nate Liss, and if you are new to the channel, then buckle up. And I want to kick off the show with a big thank you to one of my favorite patrons and Discord members, Mr. Blitzing Buzzard, who sent me this epic gift after a take that I had 2 weeks ago. Here it is right here for you guys. If you saw the episode, you know what this is about. Right here, Mr. Johnny Strawberry, everybody. Let's check out the clip. Thank God we have people on social media to point out the truly important facts that define a player's potential. Let me read this tweet because it is awesome. And it reads, I think James Cook will be used as a part-time slot receiver in a top 3 passing offense. He has the upside to shoulder the load should Singletary not be re-signed. His brother is Dalvin Cook. That's one I'm just simply not overthinking. This whole tweet should be framed. In fact, I think I am going to frame it. I'm going to put it up over on the wall somewhere behind me. And I've got to say, it's going up there on the wall. You guys will see it up there sooner rather than later. Now, today, I wanted to roll out a new series that I call The Burst, where I'm going to use the KeepTradeCut tool to find one player that I think is supremely undervalued and make a case for them. And since I know that your time is valuable, The Burst is all about empowering you with a new perspective on a player that you may have given up on, been on the fence about, or honestly never even considered in the first place. Now, if you dig what you see today and want me to make more content just like this, then hit the like button below and comment down below as well with a player or two that you think is undervalued right now. And lastly, folks, do me the great honor of joining my growing community and YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button so you continue to get these tasty little treats each and every week as I deliver them directly to you. Now, with all that out of the way, let's go. Christian McCaffrey. To me, this is one of the most obvious. Once upon a time, you couldn't trade a vital Oregon to a Dynasty owner who actually needed one for him, but now his price is roughly on par with an early 2022 first-round pick. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but come a little closer so I can tell you. Breece Hall isn't coming close to outscoring Christian McCaffrey this year or 2023. Whew. Don't believe me? Let's compare Christian McCaffrey's last full season in 2019 to Jonathan Taylor's absurd 2021 season. Now, for those of you in the know, you're probably well aware that Jonathan Taylor was the unanimous RB1 in fantasy football last season. And on top of that, Taylor not only led all running backs in actual rush attempts, but he also ranked #1 overall in red zone attempts with 92. But for this next part, I hope you're wearing a diaper because you're about to yourself. Because Christian McCaffrey actually outscored Jonathan Taylor by 98 season-long fantasy points. That's the equivalent of 4 more Jonathan Taylor 21-point game outings, which he averaged last season. And let's not forget that McCaffrey, prior to his injury, was ranked #4 in yards created per touch, #6 in juke rate, #2 in breakaway run rate, #4 in expected points added, and he did all of this while he was facing the 5th most extra defenders in the box. And now Christian McCaffrey is healthy and his situation has gotten no worse, but because of consecutive lost seasons to absurd injuries, he has tumbled all the way down to the RB6. And I know some of you are thinking, RB6, that's not that bad. Guys, listen, let me make the case for him. I mean, what does he have to do to prove he's still arguably the best back in football? Because I'm personally holding. Look, in 2020, prior to his injury, he was already averaging 30 fantasy points per game. And then in 2021, he was again surging in a major way, but you wouldn't know it if you were staring at his 18 fantasy points per game. Which, by the way, is still ridiculous. But just look at his production by the week in 2021. In his 4 games with a snap share greater than 58%, which would have been roughly the RB20, McCaffrey was averaging 25.9 fantasy points per game. which again would have made him the highest per game scorer in fantasy football this season. That also would have been 4 more fantasy points per game than we saw from Jonathan Taylor this year, and almost 2 more than we actually saw from Derrick Henry last year when he was also annihilating defenses in 2021. But I've gone on record more than one time to make the argument that McCaffrey's career arc could eventually morph into more of a slot receiver role, and I truly believe that. Again, looking back at 2019, McCaffrey's 405 routes run was number 1 at the position and just 90 total routes behind DJ Moore in the exact same offense during the exact same season. So if your goal is to actually win your Dynasty League and not just have the best looking 8th place team the world has ever seen, then take your 102, which should be Kenneth Walker, and pair him with a mid-second round 2022 rookie pick and enjoy the feeling of the wind in your face as Christian McCaffrey drops 30 burgers on every other team in your league. Because there's not a person on earth that would place a bet that Christian McCaffrey had no chance at repeating as the overall RB1 this year. And to be quite honest with you, I don't think they'd take that bet next year either. Guys, if you enjoyed The Burst, this new episode I put together, tell me what you think in the comments below. Of course, there will be a link in the description to the Discord chat where we have over 650 members. It's a super active community. I'm a part of it. I'm always in there. I'm always lurking. Feel free to join that. Click the link below. Of course, comment like I said. Hit the subscribe button, join the party, and don't miss a thing as I continue to roll out more content just like this.